Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be refreshing my Shop My Stash basket. So I'm going to be going through everything that was in the basket before, deciding if I want to keep it in, take it out, and then we're going to be shopping through my collection. I will say I've done a very good job of rotating through this basket. I've been getting up and doing my makeup a lot more throughout this update in the morning at my vanity than using my work makeup bag. So I have been able to really get some good use out of this basket, which is so exciting because I feel like it's kind of been a struggle all year, but I think I'm finally getting back into my groove, which very exciting. So have lots of thoughts on products. I have lots of products I'm ready to switch out and just really excited to shop my stash. So if you enjoy Shop My Stash content and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you go. And yeah, let's jump on in. Okay, so this is pretty close to what we had in my basket last time. I have new stuff coming in and out, so sometimes it looks a little bit different. And if you recall, this basket was also a little bit blush heavy because I had a lot of blushes that I wanted to revisit to see if there's something I wanted to keep in my current collection. So it's a little bit blush heavy, but that's all right. So yeah, let's start with a couple. So I had the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Spark in, and I did use this twice and I was able to gather my thoughts on it, so I'm gonna rotate it out. The Huda Beauty blush filter in the shade Sunset Leche, I rotated this in because I didn't think it was a shade that I would reach for. I think it's just like a little bit bright for my preferences, which like it doesn't look super bright right there. But I went back and I looked at my reel of me creating a look with this shade, and it just like, it's too bright for something I would wear, and I didn't reach for it at all. So I feel like that kind of tells me what I need to know. So I'm going to rotate it out. I also had two of the Kulfi eyeshadow pots in here. What do they call them? The Zari Eyes. I had the shade Bronze Brocade, and then I had the shade Sona Sona. I absolutely love this formula. This one is my favorite. And to be honest, I think I'm going to keep this one in because I would like to play with it more. And I'm going to rotate this one out. Next up, I had the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize Pop Shot in the shade. Motherfucker. This thing is so freaking hard to open, and it doesn't need to be that way. So I just put my thumb in it. But super pretty. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not, but it is actually absolutely stunning on the eye. So I'm going to go clean up this thumb, which also broke my nail yesterday. So love that for me. In terms of what I want to do with this, I do think that I want to keep it in because I only used it twice, but I want to use this a little bit more. Then I had my Merit pot, this cream eyeshadow pot in the shade Mid-Century. I love this. It's such a workhorse. I actually used it today. It's on my eyes in the intro, and I think I will keep it in. It's just like a go-to for a base or even just like an all-over matte look. It's really great. I also had my glitter puck. This is the new one in the shade Glimmer Pop from Half Magic in here. And I only used it once. I have been so focused on my palettes for my Testing My Palette series that I haven't really been able to use my singles the way that I want to. So I am going to keep this in for another rotation as well. Let's see, lips. This is a panning product. This stays just because it's my lip oil right now. This is the Milani Fruit Fetish in the scent Hot Cocoa. Guys, this smells so good. It's like the most delicious chocolate. I'm wearing it right now and I just want to eat it. Like, it smells so good. So these two are staying in. Yeah, the ABH Lippy in Satin Taupe is going to stay in. It's also a panning product. I had the MAC lipstick in the shade Twig Twist, and I'm so proud of myself. I used this twice. Like, go me. Yeah. So I'm going to rotate it out. I also use the shade Sunbaked. This is the matte lipstick from ABH. Really pretty shade. I felt like I wanted to try this more to see if I wanted to hang on to it because it's a matte formula. I might keep this in. This is gonna go in the maybe pile, seeing what other lipsticks I want to potentially roll in. I then had the Valentino. This is our new spiked balm, and this is the berry one. Absolutely stunning. It's my favorite one. I got 3 of them in PR, and this one is my favorite. I am gonna rotate it out though. And then I also have one of the new Kulfi lip balms in the shade Black Forest Cake, which I also think is like such a beautiful fall shade. Look at that. And this one's really hydrating. I really do enjoy it. I think I'm gonna rotate it out for now though. And like, I just have to keep in mind too, if I want to pull it out and use it, I literally can. I do that all the time. I reach into my drawers and pull out other stuff, so it's like not a huge deal. I finally used the Demenessa Myrix Color Fix in the shade Jewels. Long time coming, finally did it. I'm gonna rotate it out. And then I had this little sample from Ilia. Well, I think it's a mini. I got it for free. In the shade Glaze, it's like their liquid powder chrome and eye tint. I did wear this once, but I want to keep trying it, so I'm going to keep it in. I had the Huda Beauty blush filter in the shade Black Cherry. You guys. So I rotated this in because I was like, I wasn't sure if I would wear this kind of shade that often. This is what I reached for almost the whole time. I could not get enough of this shade. Like it had me in a chokehold. I'm gonna rotate it out because like I said, I've been using the crap out of it, but that means I'm definitely gonna keep it. And then I recently picked up the blush filter from Huda in the shade Latte. And I was like kind of nervous about this one because I was worried it would be too deep, but it's not. It blends out beautifully. It has like a really nice red undertone. Ugh, it is so delicious. I've been using it as a bronzer and pairing it with this one. Delicious. I actually think I have a short up already using that combo, and yeah, I've just loved it. I know I've decluttered some of the blush filters, but that is solely because I don't like the shade. I love the formula. This is my favorite liquid blush formula. Honestly, it even beats out a lot of my creams. It is just so easy to work with, and it's long lasting, and they smell really good. I am going to leave this one in because it is newer to me. And then I have the Armani concealer in the shade 5. This is my panning one, so it's going to stay in. Just the other day, I popped my Kulfi Beauty concealer into the basket. I have the shade Misty Maple because I don't love this concealer, which is no secret. You guys know that. But I'm trying to use it up. But because I don't like it and it's all I'm using, I'm kind of just getting a little burnt out. So I pulled this out of my drawer to use it a little bit just to, if anything, give myself a little bit of variety. So I'm going to keep this in. My Clinique Even Better foundation, still going strong. I thought it would be empty by now. It's not. I know that it has to be close though, so obviously keeping that in. And then I have my Huda Beauty corrector in the shade Peach, which I'm gonna keep in. But she launched a new shade, Light Peach, and I haven't even opened it yet. I was really really grateful I got this NPR, and and it's in the new packaging. Yes, if you guys didn't know, she redid the packaging because this can get like leaky, but she redid the packaging to help with the leakiness. So amazing. And this is so cute actually, but I really want to open and use this, but I need to finish this one first so that I can move on to this one. Oh my god, it's just so pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this corrector in. I'm hoping that I will finish it definitely by the end of the year. These take a long time to use, especially since I barely use any product, but I'm gonna keep it in. And then my panning primer from Bobbi Brown, I'm gonna keep this in. I had the Lawless Pinch My Cheeks cream blush in the shade Starburst in, and I really enjoyed this. I used it a handful of times as well. Really brought some nice warmth to the face. I'm gonna rotate it out though. I also had the Milani cream blush in the shade Blushing Berry, and this is stunning. I just think that like I would reach for something more this tone than this tone, so I'm gonna rotate that out. And then I also had the shade, what is this? Sun Warmth from It Cosmetics. Really pretty brownie orange shade. Really great for this time of year. I did use this a few times as well, but I think I'm going to rotate it out because I want to use the shade in here more that I like custom mixed from my Danessa cheek palette. I've really been wanting to reach for it, so I'm gonna allow myself to. So this is staying in, obviously, and then I'm gonna rotate this out. I'm also gonna rotate out my Natasha Denona highlighter in the shade 2. This is like the high gen ones. I really liked these. I was actually kind of surprised that they didn't really get much hype after launch because I thought they were so good, but that's just kind of the makeup world nowadays. It's hyped up before it launches, the day of launch, then after that you never hear about it again. But yeah, gonna rotate this out. I'm gonna keep my Chanel panning bronzer in, and then I'm gonna keep my these are the 2 setting sprays I have in right now, and I'm gonna keep those in. These will be in until they finish, and then I also have like a mini one I have been using as well. That'll stay in. I used the Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek Trio. This is so nice. Everything is still performing well. Looks good. I always forget how good this cream highlighter is right here. It lays beautifully over powder, which is just, yeah. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. I might keep this in. It's gonna be in the maybe pile. We'll put it in the maybe pile. I also have my pumpkin spice palette in right now that I'm working on for my testing my eyeshadow series, and I need to do like 3, maybe 4 more looks with it, so it's gonna stay in. I did complete my looks with my Tom Ford Body Heat palette. So I'm going to rotate this one out. And then my Tom Ford Honeymoon palette, I also completed my looks with this. So I'm also going to rotate this one out. And yeah, let's go shop my stash. Okay, somehow this drawer is just looking like kind of messy and a little bit overwhelming. And I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. I don't think I want to rotate in. Well, I do. I want to rotate this new one in from Huda. It's like her silicone-free blurring primer, but it's in a bronzy color. So I think, not that that gives like a ton of color, but while I'm tan, I think I want to give this a try. I then want to preemptively rotate in a foundation I'm getting a little burnout on the Clinique one, so to interchange and then to also already have in place for when I empty that. So I'm going to pull out this Bobbi Brown one in the shade 20 because it's like more of a summer. Well, it looks really light right there, but when I get this on my face, it does not look that light. It's definitely like a summery shade for me. I'm pretty sure. I think this one's lighter than that one. Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking, because I'm like already thinking about 2026 panning stuff and like what I'm gonna be reaching for to pan next, and so what I can go ahead and start and like get ahead on, you know. So I think I'm gonna rotate in the Bobbi Brown one next, because this is my next oldest foundation and it is a shade that will work for me right now. So I'm gonna rotate this in, and I also think I want to rotate in my Huda Easy Blur in the shade 210B, just because I love this formula and I haven't used it as much as I would like to this summer since I've been focusing on some other products. So we're gonna rotate this one in. And then I think that's it primer and foundation wise. For singles, today I used the Patrick Ta Duo. I have the Do You Know Who I Am one, and I don't really use this shade, but I really like this shade up here. I have one bronze topper out, one very silvery reflective one, champagne, that's the word I'm looking for. Do we have something else that would be, maybe, let's try this R.E.M. Beauty one. Let's rotate this in just for like something a little bit different, ethereal, that kind of thing. This one's in the shade Fembot. And yeah, I think that'll be all for this drawer. For bronzer, I do have that shade Latte out right now, but I was trying to think, I can't remember if this was more my summer shade or my winter shade. Kind of think I can make that work for either, because I was like really wanting to reach back into this. Actually, you know what one I need to reach into? That is a little bit darker is my Milani one in the shade Spilling Tea. This one is darker than that one, so yeah, definitely warmer. So let's rotate this one in. For blush, what do we want to do? I think this shade, Watermelon Pop, would be really pretty this time of year, so I'm going to rotate this in. And then I haven't used this Bobbi Brown one in a while, the shade Pink Flame, so I'm going to rotate this in. And then I recently got this nude in the shade Nude Buff. I think that could be a good shade for right now. What's this Ilia one look like? Maybe I should rotate this one in actually to see if I like the formula, because I know I like the formula of this. So I think in the spirit of testing things, I need to rotate this one in. Then there was another one I wanted to try. Like, wasn't there last time we met? I feel like there was another one I wanted to test, but I was like, chill out. Okay, I think we're set on blush for now. Okay, here we are. We have, let's see. Okay, the one I know I wanted to bring out, because I used it a few times, is this one from Lawless, which is the Balm Stick in the shade Sugar Plum. It's just a really nice shade for this time of year, so I'm gonna rotate that in. It's like hard to justify rotating shades like this in, because I'm trying so hard to pan that ABH one. And like, yeah, I think that they are different enough to keep both, but I don't know if they're different enough to like have them both rotated in, you know what I'm saying? had, are we sensing a pattern? Had this one in. This one's much darker. Okay. Oh yeah, and this Makeup by Mario one was one I was kind of thinking about rotating in potentially. All very different, but also not. Some from Milani. I haven't even tried it yet, but I want to see. Oh, this is like giving like my Hourglass one. Okay. I think this one is a pretty loud shade. Oh, that could be prettier right now. I'm just like, can I wear them all at one time? I don't know. Okay, I think. Okay. I'm gonna rotate out this one, the ABH matte one that was this shade right here. But I'm gonna rotate in the Makeup by Mario one right here. And then the Milani one right here. And then I also think I'm gonna rotate in this one from Glamlight from the Lord of the Rings collection. This one down here. Because I think if I'm gonna wear a shade like that, it's gonna be in the fall. So I wanna test it out now while we're in the fall era. I think that's it because I have like a lip oil and 2 glosses at work. So I don't need any of those. But yeah, let's just go with that for now. Highlighter, baby. Okay. I want to use this one. I have not used it yet. It is the Glamlight Lord of the Rings collection one. And it just looks stunning. But I worry it's going to be too deep for me. But I don't know, kind of blend it out. I think it could maybe be okay. But regardless, I want to try it before the end of the year so I kind of know if I'm keeping it or not. Next, what should I pulled out a few from this during this last one, like this one, Fruit Lighter, my Dior quads. Gosh, I feel like this is what I would have rotated in, you guys. I love these Dior quads so much. It's like a problem. I feel like they're always what I want to have in, which is like, girl. So I think that I will rotate this in, and then I'm gonna keep this face palette in. So I'll have lots of highlighters. For palettes, so I have the Too Faced one in, and that's what I'm working on right now. And I want to give my singles some love while I am kind of ahead on my testing palette series. So I'm thinking like one that I'm really wanting to use during this time of year is probably my Natasha Denona Bronze palette. I haven't really used this in a while, and it's such a good fall one. So I think that this will be like the only other palette I have out right now on my vanity, so I can kind of get going on some of my testing my Natasha Denona ones, because I have a lot more of those palettes, so I can kind of start working through that list, I guess. But yeah, I think that this will be a good one for fall. And yeah, I think I was tempted to rotate this one in, but I don't know. It's like weird because I had this palette like when it first launched, and then I got a replacement, and I don't know, like it just doesn't feel the same. Like it does like blend out nice, but I don't know. So I feel like this would be a good one, especially for this time of year. I love that shade. But I really want to play with my singles. So I'm not going to rotate this in. So yeah, let's go put everything back up in my basket. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working with over the next 2 to 3 weeks, roughly. I do have some new items over here that I'm going to be testing as well. You guys know how it is. Sometimes things come in and out, but for the most part, this is what I'm going to be reaching for. Hopefully the next time I see you guys, we have some products that are empty so that we can rotate them out permanently. That is the goal. It would be incredible. There's some products I've been working on for a long time that I am ready for them to wrap up so I can like use some other stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited about this basket. I've been itching to update it, so I cannot wait to just dig in. But yeah, that'll be all for me today. I'll link my Shop My Stash playlist below in case you want to watch some other videos. And yeah, I hope that you guys are all doing the best that you can during this time, and I'm thinking of you, and I'm hoping everyone is staying safe. And yeah, I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.